So let me go through the first part. So talent. I mentioned one of them in my case for the business when I started it is you don't burden your current team with all the responsibilities unless it's part of their yearly objectives. So I've seen a couple of different structures that have worked. One is if they're highly acquisition active, that they dedicate a team 100%. When I say 100%, that's their job. They don't do anything else to the upfront acquisition identification, the due diligence. Usually they find somebody to do the quality of earnings outside, and then starting to plan the synergies and what they see as the high level, and then handing it off to an integration team where we've identified something I talk about in here called an integration management office or organization, and I can explain that to you. But that works a lot better and then just throwing it on your current team and saying, hey, we think we have a process. And I know you've got a job that I've given you all these yearly objectives, but I still need to make this date to get my synergies or the return on it that you've been looking for. And we've proven, and I'll talk about it as I go through the presentation, that when you do it with either 100% dedication on your side, or what we do is we have a structure in the integration management organization, which I talk about in the next slide, where we can do it hand in hand, still get the subject matter expertise. I think that's one of the reasons, Carrie, that some of these fail, which I'll explain, is that they come in as an Ernst & Young and they think they know it, right? We know it, we know our process. They don't know the industry, and that's a huge problem if you lose the subject matter expertise. So that's one of the big reasons, and I'll explain to you what we do. And then when outsourcing, I already told you this about the junior resource. The only reason I say that, it's nothing wrong with it. It's that everything you'll see in here is about how do I get to the synergies as quickly as possible in a quality fashion? Because that's what this is about, right? You've made the acquisition. You're looking for synergies, competitive, positives that you're going to get. There's a lot of different things, but they're all at the end hitting your P&L financially. And when you have somebody that doesn't understand the process or can't understand the curveball, which I'll explain in a second what we do, then you're losing time. So this is really, if you think about it too, like you think about process and theory, you've ever heard like most processes or efforts you're making, you don't want a lot of starts and stops, right? Because you start and stop and you just keep doing that and you never get to the end. That's what the predication is here that we go with. Execution. This is big that I've found on our advisement is you've made an acquisition, you have assets on the other